Welcome to Yoga with Sabrina. Today's class is a class for building arm strength. So we'll begin just by sitting tall, lengthening through our spine. Feel your foundation, your sitting bones, your feet and ankles on your mat. And take a moment to close the eyes or soften your eyes and breathe in and out through your nose. Let go of anything you don't need on your mat. Just set that aside and come to your breath, your presence on your mat. And begin to just roll the shoulders up, back, and down. It's creating some awareness of your shoulders and your shoulder joints. You can place your hands wherever feels comfortable to do this. So up, back, and down. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can open them. Keep rolling the shoulders. See if you can feel your shoulder blades moving. And then come back to center and roll your shoulders in the opposite direction. Forward, down, back, up. Forward, down, back, up. This might feel a little bit different. Rolling forward, down, back, and up. So as we move our joints, we can help with lubricating the joints, bringing synovial fluid to our joints with our movement, helping with range. And then come back to center, sit up tall, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together, bringing your shoulders back. So see if you can squeeze your shoulder blades together. Sit tall. Breathe into your heart space. And then release. So opening your eyes. Let's interlace our fingers, bring our arms up, and bring our hands in behind our head. So not pressing on your head. And it doesn't matter if your shoulders are a little tight or your elbows are forward. Meet yourself where you're at. And then see if you can open your shoulders a little bit. So this is where it can help to sit on a bolster or blanket if you're feeling any tension in the low body, just to help support your practice. So begin to soften through your jaw and your neck. Just a loose grip of your hands. If you're gripping, you can just bring your hands on the side of your head. So just another option. And then bring your elbows out to the sides, wherever you are, and see if you can just open your elbows a little bit. Breathe. And then as you exhale, bring your elbows together, round through the upper back, and bring your gaze towards your belly button. As you inhale, come back up, open through the elbows, open through your heart space, so keeping your spine tall, but lifting a little bit with your heart. And then exhale, rounding through your back, look toward your belly. So a seated cat-cow, we're working here with opening our shoulders, our elbows. This can also help with bringing some space between our rib cage. So moving at your own pace, inhaling as you open and come up. And then exhale as you round forward, bring the elbows together. Last time, as you exhale and round forward, just stay there for a moment. Breathe. Let go of your hands. Bring your hands down alongside your body and then come up one vertebra at a time, finding your root in your sitting bones and your core as you come up. Let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll come to lying on our back. Make your way down onto your back and then bring your arms into cactus arms. So fingertips are pointing toward the top of your mat, elbows are bent, and just take a look. You want to align your elbows with your shoulders, palms facing up. Your feet are bent, your knees are bent, sorry, and your feet are on your mat. And just take a moment here. So slide your arms up. So slide your fingertips toward the top of your mat. So we're trying to bring our arms straight here. Shoulder blades are on the mat. Just until you feel that edge and where you can breathe and get a bit of a stretch. Maybe your arms are all the way to the top and that's okay. Just take some time to breathe there. So feeling a stretch through the front of our heart and our chest and reaching. So you want to keep your arms flat on the mat. So elbows are on the mat, forearms are on the mat. Take a breath. This is an area where folks feel a lot of tension, a lot of forward working at computers or on your phones or equipment that you work on. This can feel really nice to stretch out through the chest and the arms. So see if you can release any tension in the back. Let your shoulder blades soften. Breathe into your chest. And then start to slide your arms down and then cross your arms over your body. Elbows are crossed. Hands are on either side of the body. Take a breath. Like you're giving yourself a hug. And then roll to one side or the other. We're going to come onto our belly. I'm going to flip over. Get a workaround rep here. Bring your arms out to a T shape. So again, checking your alignment. Your fingers, wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in a straight line. You can place your right ear on the mat. And then start to roll onto your right hip. Use your left hand to press up. We'll stretch through our inner right shoulder. So the front of our right shoulder. You can bend your knees or straighten your knees, whatever feels good. Breathe. Soften through your shoulder blades. Soften through your hips and your legs. Where we can release any tension, we can start to focus on the area of our posture. The muscles are all connected through the body, that flow of energy. Let's come onto the left side, roll back onto your belly, and we'll move to the left side. Right arm can help in this posture by keeping yourself up. Bend your knees if you need to. If your legs are straight, you can bring your left leg in behind your right for a little bit more. Left ear is on the mat. Breathe. Let's come back to center. We'll come into our tabletop position. We'll find some strength in our tabletop. So press your fingers into the mat. Press the mat away from you and just notice the energy in your arms. So how energizing this yoga posture can feel. Tabletop. And then sit back on your feet and then extend your arms out as far as you can. We'll come into extended child's pose. So start to walk your fingertips to the right side of your mat, keeping your knees and your hips where they are. And stretching along the left side of your body. Bring your head and your forehead down. Take a breath. Breathe. You may even feel this all the way down to your hip. Walk your fingertips back to center. And then walk your fingertips to the left side of your mat. Reaching your arms as far as you can. Forehead comes onto the mat. Breathe into the right side of your body. And then walk your fingertips back to center. Come back to your tabletop. Curl your toes under and find downward facing dog. So strengthening through our arms and shoulders here. Press the mat away from you. You're going to feel as if you're squeezing your elbows together. So notice what happens when you squeeze your elbows together. Your arms are still long and extended, but not locked. So as if you had a beach ball between your elbows. Notice the activation. So I can feel this in our back and our trapezius muscles. So strengthening the muscles around the shoulders. Breathe. And then step your right foot forward, left foot forward. Just in ragdoll. Just allow your fingertips or the backs of your hands to come on the mat. Just take a breath. Come to halfway lengthen, hands onto shins. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. So let your chin come in towards your chest a little bit. Look towards your knees. And then press your knuckles away from you. As you exhale, fold forward and see if you can bring your knuckles up toward the ceiling. Press your hands away from you, your knuckles away from you. Breathe. As you inhale, let's bend through the knees. Interlace your fingers, come all the way up. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands to prayer. Press your palms together, activate through your arms, your hands. Breathe. Let's inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, standing forward bend. Let's step back to our plank pose. Reach your heels toward the back of your mat. You'll line up your wrists under your shoulders. Engage through your belly. Belly button tucks in toward the spine a little bit. And then press the mat away from you, engaging through the back of your shoulders. Root down through all your fingers. Feel your arms activated here. Again, in our plank pose, we can feel the strength in our arms and our shoulders. Breathe. Knees up or knees down, lower down, chaturanga, as if you're squeezing that beach ball with your elbows. Keep your elbows glued in. Come down to your belly. Inhale for baby cobra. Hips are on the mat, heart is lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Squeeze your elbows together. Feel that strength. Right foot forward, left foot forward, standing forward bend. Let the tops of your arms come on the mat, or your fingertips. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward bend. Interlace your hands behind your back. Press your knuckles away and see if you can reach your knuckles toward the ceiling. Breathe. It's okay, whatever your pose looks like. There's no cookie cutter for yoga. It's your practice, your body. Release your hands, bring your hands back down alongside the body, bend through your knees. Come to standing, inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, bring hands into cactus. Bend through your elbows. Elbows are lined up with our shoulders. Breathe into your heart. Bring your right elbow over your left elbow. We'll come into eagle arms. You can bring the backs of your hands together, or you can interlace the forearms, bringing the palms of the hands together. As you inhale, gently bring your fingertips up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, allow the shoulder blades to relax down the back. Release your arms. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, left elbow over right, eagle arms. Breathe through the back. Release your arms. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale to plank. Let's hold our plank pose here. Press into your mat. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press into your hands. Find strength in your arms. Press your thigh bones back. Let your knees come down onto your mat, tops of your feet. And then walk your fingertips forward. So keeping your knees under your hips, start to lower down into puppy pose. Extend your arms out as long as you can. Elbows on the mat. Forehead and tip of the nose on the mat. So only go as far as your body will allow. Don't push it. Just breathe and meet yourself where you're at. Start to walk your elbows back in. Just a few inches. Interlace your fingers, sit back for child's pose, and then bring your hands in behind your head. So walk your elbows in, so you're crossing your fingers, interlacing your fingers and bringing them behind your head. Probably not touching, but allow your elbows to come in a little closer towards your head, and then sit back in child's pose. So whatever that feels like for your back and your shoulders. Down along your armpits. Just breathe into that space. Sit back as far as feels comfortable. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath. Let go of the interlace of your fingers. Come back up into your tabletop. Curl your toes under. Find downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left foot forward, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend through your knees, come to standing. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Press into your palms. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands down alongside the body. Just take a moment. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back to your plank pose. Chaturanga lower, glue your elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold over your front foot. Step back to plank, chaturanga lower down, nice and slow. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right knee down, reach arms up. Exhale, come back to plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Squeeze your elbows in. Then lower knees down. Sit back on your heels. Place your hands and palms on your lap. Breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes down or soften your gaze, and then just start to roll your wrists a little bit. Interlace your fingers, press your fingers and palms away from you. And then allow your hands to rest on your lap. Let's just take a moment to take a few breaths, noticing our arms, our shoulders, our back, our wrists and our fingers. Just pay attention to those places of your body. And then open your eyes when you're ready. So I hope you've enjoyed this practice for opening our shoulders and bringing some strength to our shoulders. I recommend that some of these poses could really be helpful if you're looking to build strength in those areas, but also to get a stretch. It's great for folks who are working forward, just to be able to open the heart and the shoulders and find some space in this area. Wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed. Namaste.